Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing Tesla stock and some positive news released around this stock and company recently. So this includes a few different pieces of news for today. So far, at least I plan on covering 3 different topics. So a little bit here and there, nothing too crazy this time around, but still it is very relevant in terms of the future of this company and possibly the role of this news in the stock price in the future as well. Because with every news piece, we do get hints towards the future of Tesla. And when we have this information, we can infer based off of that and start to get an idea of what is likely in the future for Tesla. And when you pay attention to news like this, it gives you an opportunity over the rest of the other investors that are simply not paying attention to the small things. However, there is a big reward when you pay attention to the small things for Tesla, because small things turn into big things later on. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but even the small news pieces, such as like a job listing about a compact car in China, although it's just a job listing, when you think about the goal of that job listing and what that could lead to in the future, then it actually gives us a lot of insight as you start looking farther out into the future with your telescope. So you can get some perspective and insight to make inferences on, whereas with most typical Tesla investors, they're likely not keeping up to date on this news as much as some people are. So this is how you can kind of get like a competitive edge over the rest of the investors, and that's just simply due diligence and trying to get as much information about a company that you're interested in as you can. So of course, as always, if you do enjoy the Tesla news videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out and I greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into the first topic of today, which is all about Tesla taking the opportunity to sell carbon credits to gain more revenue. So let's go ahead and check out this article, and then I'll expand on it a little bit more after we take a look at it. So as you can see, this is an article by the Tasmanian and author Eva Fox. So of course, as always, we greatly appreciate this information. And so the article is titled, "Tesla to Earn More Carbon Credit Revenue from Legacy Automakers Failing to Meet EU Carbon Standards." And so just to hit a few key points of this article, one is that it says automakers around the world face the risk of $17.2 billion in fines from the European Union for not meeting stringent new emission standards. And according to the Nikkei Asia review, it states that they are fearing these fines and will therefore have to apply for carbon credits from Tesla. And so it emphasizes in Q2 of 2020 that Tesla sold $428 million in loans, in which it states that that is 4 times more than the same period last year and brought 7% of the company's revenue. And it basically mentions in this paragraph here that there are new updated corporate average fuel economy standards that are supposed to take full effect in 2021, and it states that the rule of this is that automakers have to reduce average emissions from the entire fleet to 95 grams of carbon dioxide per kilometer. And according to this, it states that a failure to comply to this will result in a fine of 95 pounds per vehicle for every gram above the threshold, and that the new CAFE standards call for a reduction in carbon dioxide emissions of about 30% compared to previous targets set for 2015. And then it also mentions that 20 major car brands selling in the EU exceeded the updated limits last year, according to a British researcher, and it states that a total of 13 car makers now have to pay a total of $14.5 billion in fines in 2021. And then it mentions right here that Volkswagen is actually one of the main companies that has this issue, with an average of 109.3 grams of carbon dioxide emissions per kilometer in 2021, which will result in a fine of 4.5 billion pounds. And it states that this is a quarter of the German company's operating profit last year, and that the Nissan Motor Alliance has to pay around $1.22 billion. So of course, just addressing that article, like I said, many thanks to Tasmanian and author Eva Fox. If it wasn't for them, then we would not have access to information like this, so I greatly appreciate that. But as you can see from that article that we just looked at, it is clear as day that it is not going to be an easy ride for legacy automakers when it comes to these new rules. And this is a situation where Tesla once again has the high ground. They have the advantage, and every company will pretty much have to just walk up to Tesla and beg them for their zero emission credits. And so just to address another thing, there's commonly that criticism by Tesla bears that Tesla gets a lot of money from their zero emission credits that they sell to other companies. However, my counterpoint to that would be, so what's your point? You know, they started out as an EV company. They sacrificed a lot before everybody else started to do what Tesla did. As they exemplified the fact that EVs are efficient and profitable, why would you diss Tesla for selling their zero emission credits? It's pretty much an asset that they have because of the investment that they've made in their business and because of their disruptive innovation in the auto industry. So what's the deal with them selling the credits? Because if you really think about it, they are the ones that have really started this new revolutionary technology, which are simply efficient EVs that are actually competitive with our modern day ICE vehicles. So really, I don't see the issue with Tesla selling these zero emission credits because, of course, this is something that has to be followed. So if Tesla has these extra credits on hand that they can sell to other companies, what's the problem with that? The reason that they have them is because they've put a big investment and taken a lot of risk and also simply put a lot of effort into innovation for them to not have to pay for those credits and buy from someone else. So they've invested in their own company that has caused them to not have to buy those credits from another company. So by them using their money to make sure that they don't have to buy those credits, what's the problem with them selling that to other companies? I really don't see the issue because if you think about it, there's a reason why Tesla is selling those credits. They've taken a lot of risks as a company. They've done a lot of big things for them to not have to pay for those credits and for them to have the luxury to sell it to other companies. So I think that's kind of just like a broken mindset to say, oh, Tesla is only profitable because of the zero emission credits or something just along those lines, because it's the fact that Tesla has spent a lot of money and put in a lot of effort for them not to have to pay for those credits, for them to be able to sell those credits to other companies. And so that's really just at the benefit to Tesla. It's just because they made a smart move, whereas with all of these other companies, they're left having to buy a bunch of credits because they cannot reduce their emissions. So my criticism with the Tesla bear point about this is, okay, what's the problem here? I mean, you can say all you want, but when you actually look at who's making money and who's losing money, who's buying the credits and who's selling the credits, Tesla is at the advantage here. This is something across the board in the auto industry where Tesla has a big advantage. So I don't know how that can be looked at as a negative thing. And honestly, this is just simply more good news for Tesla because like I said in recent videos, we've had the CEO of Volkswagen talk about how they're 2 years behind Tesla. And then as we saw from this article as well, they're going to have to owe a lot of money for the zero emission credits too. So Tesla is really one of the few companies that is able to engage in this cost savings right now, and I think they deserve credit for that rather than criticizing them for selling the credits to other companies, because at the end of the day, Tesla is the one with the free credits to sell. So anyways, I do think this is pretty good news in the sense that it's more revenue for Tesla in the future, and of course it just still kind of emphasizes the distance, the gap between Tesla and the legacy automakers, the automakers that just haven't been able to catch up to Tesla in terms of everything that they're doing right now. And so for the next news article today, this one is by Eva Fox once again, and the Tasmanian once again. So of course, once again, I greatly appreciate you all sharing this information. And so this article is titled Tesla App Global Download Weekly Up About 20% Year Over Year as EV Demand Continues to Skyrocket. So of course I want to give you all a chance to read this full article. So I just want to jump to the main talking point and then I'll expand on that a little bit further. And then we'll finally get into the third news piece of today. So like I said, this article has a lot of information that you all can check out for yourself. I'll leave it linked in the description. But at the bottom of this, it states, the global weekly Tesla app download data also suggests that the number of Tesla owners continues to grow steadily. Tesla global weekly app downloads have recently been tracking up on a year-over-year basis, with the most recent full week of global data up about 20% year-over-year. And this is according to Goldman Sachs in a note that they released to clients on Monday. And so keep in mind, this is globally. This isn't just in the United States or an area where Tesla is popular. This is globally. The Tesla app download is up 20% year over year, whether it's people that actually own Teslas or those that are just simply curious and want to check the app out for themselves. If they are actually thinking about buying a Tesla in the future, a lot of those downloads could be coming from potential customers in the future that are just trying to check out the app, see what it's like, see what the fuss is all about for Tesla. And so this is just another one of those news pieces emphasizing this EV transition, and especially this Tesla transition, where we're seeing a big transition from internal combustion engine vehicles to EVs. And with Tesla at the forefront of everything right now, Tesla will likely be the dominant company in the future, in which many people will transition from ICE vehicles to Tesla EVs specifically. So regardless, I think this information is pretty valuable because it gives us a global perspective in comparison to last year's downloads for the Tesla app, and to see this progress that's happening. Clearly there has been a rise in popularity for Tesla over this past year, and these app downloads once again emphasize that further. So this is just a notable news piece as well, in my opinion, because the Tesla app is a core aspect of the Tesla ecosystem. It plays a big role in customization and with people's vehicles and things like that. And then finally, we have an article by Electric and of course author Frederick Lambert. So once again, we greatly appreciate you all sharing this information with us. And so the title states, Tesla partners with other companies to install solar roof tiles. And so, like I said with the previous articles, I want you all to be able to have a chance to check it out for yourself. So I just want to include a major key point of this article, and then we'll expand on it a little bit further. So in reference to this partnership, the article states, Good Faith Energy, one of the biggest solar installers in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just confirmed that they are now authorized to install Tesla solar roofs, and they installed their first solar roof system. Mohammed Abdallah, CEO and founder of Good Faith Energy, announced, quote, Last December, I reached out to Bob Anderson for the 6,000th time to ask him when Tesla solar roof was being rolled out. A week later, Michael Solano and I were on a plane to LA to be among the first group of installers to learn how to install this product. 2 months after the initial training, we sent a team of 6 to Santa Barbara to install their first real job and gain some on-the-job training. Fast forward to August, and Good Faith Energy is among a few elite companies nationally that's capable of installing a Tesla roof autonomously. It also states in the article that a company known as SunPro has also been enabled to help with solar roof installations for Tesla products. So we are seeing more people having the trade skills to be able to install these, and Tesla is working with them. So we are just seeing some more progress with the energy aspect of Tesla in terms of solar roof installations. And as we know, for those of you that really love the vehicle aspect of Tesla, the energy business for Tesla is supposed to be just as large as the vehicle business, if not even larger in terms of revenue generation. So I love to see this progress happening where there's simply just more accessibility for installations. And we've also heard about the most recent news piece where they're working like 24 hours a day, 6 days a week, just grinding out production as fast as they can right now for the solar products. So this is something that I would love to see become more advanced in the future in terms of scaling the business further. And I think it will take a little bit of time for people to adapt solar panels and things like that, just because some people can't afford that expensive upfront cost. However, I think as time goes on, solar panels will start to become more of a natural thing that people will have at their homes. So only time will tell, but I think as we get farther on into the future, solar panels will become more popular. We will have a lot more people utilizing the Tesla ecosystem, whether it's solar panels, solar roof, Powerwall, Tesla vehicles, and things like that. In the future, this ecosystem is only going to get larger and larger with more people utilizing them. So of course, like I said, with today, we didn't have any really crazy news. This is just pretty much more of your casual, smaller news pieces, but it's still information to take into consideration and keep in mind, because as we know, even the smallest things can lead to some big events in the future for Tesla. And with these companies partnered up with Tesla to be able to install the solar roofs, that's going to help them spread the Tesla product even farther, in which more people will have it in their hands. They can tell their friends about it. They can tell their family about how much they love the product. And as we know, Tesla does not spend money on advertising. And as we all know, to get information out, sometimes there's nothing just better than the good old-fashioned way, which is word of mouth. So anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you all enjoyed this video. And also, feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 if you use my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. And keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks, so it's nice passive income. Anyways, I just want to let you all know about that, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.